What is going on, FG3000? Back in the place to be, and welcome to Among Gods. So Among Gods is a brand new hero collector brought to you by Century Games. Now you might know Century Games from their other title, Awakened Chaos Era. So this is their brand new hero collector. It's half stamina based hero collector, half idle game. This will make a lot more sense as we go through it, but let's go ahead and jump on in and take a look at some of the heroes that you can collect here. Now, unlike Awakened Chaos Era, the characters in this game are slightly more low fantasy. So if you're looking for something that's, you know, slightly less flashy, and of course slightly less anime, Among Gods might be up your alley. And considering it's from Century Games, they've been proven to be a decent developer. I haven't really kept track of Awakened Chaos Era beyond the global launch, but I assume the game is still doing okay, that they have enough money to make another project. So those are a few of the characters there. We'll do a summon session a little bit later in the video. Currently I am on chapter 6. I might not be strong enough to defeat this, and like I mentioned earlier in the video, half of this game is your typical stamina based hero collector, so it's going to cost me 6 stamina to tackle this stage. Now when it comes to strategy, all of your strategy pretty much occurs pre-battle, right? Setting up your formation, making sure you have your faction bonuses, making sure your heroes are powered up, your equipment is enhanced, things of that nature, because once you're in combat, it's pretty much idle style. Yeah, you can, you know, manually select your ultimates, but for the most part, if you're not trying to time like a heal or a stun, you're probably not really going to be playing this game on manual, and you're really going to be like, yo, if I lose a match, I just need to go to another gameplay mode and power up there. That's really what it kind of boils down to. And it looks like I might be in that situation. It's pretty close. Ah, come on, dudes. You're gonna embarrass me on YouTube? Wait a minute. It's going down to the wire. 1v1, 1v2, 1v1 now. Got an ultimate, rapid cooling. Not enough. That's gonna be a GG. Unfortunately, he has his ultimate coming up there. Rip. Down you go. So hey, I need to go and do a little bit more powering up, level up my heroes, ascend my heroes, enhance my gear. Oh, I know how to play these games, Among Gods. So that's your typical campaign. Now, if you look at the right side of your screen, you might assume that you know what these other gameplay modes are because they sound real familiar, right? Normal, elite, nightmare. But believe it or not, all of these have a little twisty twist. So here is the elite gameplay mode. So the elite gameplay mode kind of turns into kind of like it reminds me of the Labyrinth style gameplay mode in Mobile Legends Adventure and the more recent Space Sleeper Cocoon as well. So you basically break blocks like Minesweeper. Eventually you'll find these enemy encounters. You defeat these encounters. You find treasure, different types of upgrades for your characters, EXP, essential materials, things of that nature to help you along your journey. So very different than your typical elite gameplay modes, which are typically like the same exact normal gameplay mode, just harder, or they're designed to, you know, give you a place to farm shards for heroes. It's not like any of those other games that we typically see where elite is basically just normal, just harder, right? They give it its own identity, which you kind of appreciate. Am I going to be strong enough to defeat this too? Is it going to be 2 losses in one video? I only got 20 more seconds, and this girl has an ultimate coming. Ah, Dios mío, dude. I'm looking real bad on YouTube. I wanted to record the video when I got to the point where, you know, I hit that wall, and you can kind of see I'm pretty much at that wall, unfortunately. It does not look like I'm strong enough to beat that as well, but that's okay. If I would have defeated that encounter, I'd be able to bust these little purple blocks, and that's where all the loot and the goodies are. Destroy all the purple blocks, get the chest in the middle, and continue on. So I kind of like that, switching it up. Nightmare, once again, you might think Nightmare is like the hardest difficulty. You typically see that in other games, but no. This is a place where you actually fight these big, massive bosses. So really good variety in the bosses. You love to see that. Let's go ahead and challenge one of these bad boys. Ooh, recommended, huh? I wonder if I get a nice boosty for using you. Do I have all 5 on the board? Yeah, let's see. Nice, big, massive boss fight. You love to see it. So we're going to try to beat the gold out of this guy. But you can still see it's nowhere near as flashy as, like, you know, what we're used to when it comes to the hero collector genre as of late. So slightly more low fantasy, but there's still a little bit of magic, still a little bit of intrigue there. And down we go. So there we go. We got 30,000 gold out of that. And if we take a look at what else we have, so you have Holland here, who is EXP, and then you have this guy, Laffy, who is hero powder. Dude, this ain't nothing but a good old-fashioned daily resource grind disguised to trick me. It really did trick me, because I was saving my entries for this video, so I really had no idea what the rewards were. Dude, I was trying to hype this up. Anyway, if we go over here to the forest, this is going to house all of your auxiliary gameplay modes. Now, this is what I was talking about earlier in the video, where the game is half stamina-based hero collector, half idle game. So here's where your characters are idling and doing their thing. So you can see my timer here building up. At any time, I can click this chest, and I can get a reward. Not the reward that you normally see in idle games though. So you don't see any XP, you don't see any gold. Those come from other places. Here, this is where you kind of get materials to make weapons. So those red crystals give me the ability to spam this button like a crazy person. And then I have to play this really dumb mini game where I'm combining shoes so I can craft shoes. Very nice. I combine these little coppers here to create, what is that, metal? Let me see, we got two wheats. Two wheats make a, I don't know, what is that, a loincloth? I'm not sure. Two linens make nothing that I have, so I'm out of duplicates there. So there you go, I can create a breastplate and then two swords there. So that's what this gameplay mode is all about. It's idle, but it's for the crafting aspect of the game, right? So a little different than what you're used to. And just like in all these idle games, you can say, you know what? I'm gonna spend 50 gold or 50 diamonds really quick to get 180. I don't know why it's always 180. In almost every game is 180. 180 minutes worth of resources. There we go again. Combine these little booties. Now I can craft some boots. There you go. So that's that little gameplay mode there. The heroic crusade. Of course, this game has to have a tried and true arena, advanced arena, championship challenge, which I'll never see. We'll go ahead and see if we can challenge someone here. How about, I don't actually know what my power level is. Let's go for this guy. And let's see if we can defeat this guy. My achievement for finally jumping into the arena. Let's see what we got. Interesting formation here. 2 in the front, 3 in the back. I go for 2 in the front, 1 in the middle, 2 in the back. That's my little formation right there. That's my pro strat. Let's see. Are we actually gonna win a battle in this video? Just one. All I wanna do is win one battle. Just one, come on. All right, there we go. Nice little backstab action. There you go, you died for a good cause. And that is finally gonna be my first, I'm holding my breath, my first victory in this video. And if we take a look at some of the rewards here, it looks like you can build up some Merlin fragments. Very cool. So back over here to the forest, you also have your tried and true bounty quest, exactly what you think it is, right? Auto select, dispatch, they'll be back in a few hours. They're gonna bring you whatever goodies that you select them to bring back forth to you. Very straightforward, as you guys might expect there. The only gameplay mode that I do not have unlocked at the moment is called the Trial of Truth. This unlocks way at level 38. That's gonna take me a long time to get there. So that's something to surprise yourself in the future if you do decide to play this game. And then lastly, we have Stonehenge, which is gonna be one of FG's favorite gameplay modes. Typically is the labyrinth style gameplay mode. Hopefully I'm strong enough to defeat this so I can actually show you what happens after you defeat a battle. Dude, I like this guy in the middle here. Very, very cool. Like I said, I do have some currency, so we will be doing some summons so I can show you what kind of other heroes are in the game. But oh, he summons a wolf? Very, very cool. Not surprising that this game is just right there, right? Like, I can't really say anything super negative about this game, and that makes sense because it's from the game company that brought you Awakened Chaos Era. They've done this before, but this is looking very, very boring. You guys know my thoughts on labyrinth modes with just really boring buffs. Like, look at this. I don't even have nothing to read, dude. I want some of those Exos Hero style paragraphs. So I can also go over here to the camp and say, you know what? Let's go ahead and grab our girl here as one of our units. What is a gargoyle? Gargoyle, mischief, blessing, or trick. Give me a trick, baby. In the next battle, all allies are immune to controls when the battle begins. All damage taken is reduced. Okay, cool, I guess. Fountain of Life, I don't need that. Let's go to this elite battle now that we got this new girl. And I'm gonna drop you off. And she's like a little archangel. Very cool. Let's see how strong she is. She's range. Oh, look at that. Very nice. Dude, we completely destroyed this. There goes Merlin there. If you want to top the PvP charts, that awaits you. Very nice. So that is the labyrinth style gameplay mode. All right, and then, yeah, another boring buff here, unfortunately. At least the gargoyle was interesting. We'll take that. And then the Fountain of Life. And then, of course, continue going up these floors, just like your typical labyrinth style gameplay mode. Most games at this point have this. Like, dude, there was a time when I first started playing gacha games that almost no game had your tried and true labyrinth mode. But nowadays, dude, you can't play a game without them. Now we need to start seeing some innovation in that gameplay mode. I still think like Alchemy Stars does it. Probably one of the better ones because they usually have some really interesting buffs. Here's the guild boss real quick. So we have Bootleg Deathwing, and then we have your typical, what is this, a goblin? Dude, I talked about this in a previous video. Where do goblins get all their money from, dude? They're always so rich in all these games. Actually, this looks like a Resident Evil dude. What are you buying? What are you selling? How's that impression? Was that good? No? All right, well, whatever. Leave me alone. Gallywix, that's definitely a World of Warcraft goblin name though, faux show. So we'll beat all the loot out of this guy. I'll be right back. Dude, are we actually gonna last all the way into the end? Dude, I didn't die. I thought for sure I would die there and I didn't. I lasted the whole way. That's what she said. Very nice. Lots of fragments, some gold, some diamonds. Very, very nice. So there's the Greedy Goblin Gallywix. So that rounds out pretty much the entire game, right? So a quick recap. You have your normal, which is your typical campaign. You have your elite, which has that little twisty twist, that little minesweeper action. Nightmare mode, Trick Me. This is basically your typical daily resource grind. Nothing too crazy there. Over here in the forest, you have Dispatch, you have Arena, you have the Labyrinth style gameplay mode. You have your idle functionality, which basically functions as a place to grind for gear. And whatever the Trial of Truth is, which is probably some type of endless tower mode, but once again, I made that up. So let's go to the tavern here and burn some of this currency, shall we? So I got some basic summons. Let's do, dude, we got a lot of basic summons. Let's burn through these really fast because I want to use some of these to ascend. FG, you talk like you about to play this game another day. You don't know how many days I'm gonna play. You don't know, dude. Y'all always assume you know what games I'm gonna be playing. You never know. Oh, got a purple here. Oh, his name is Nasu no Yoshi, Arrow of the Soul. And he's a 3-star. Oh, look at this. We got Cleopatra. Dude, why is it focused on you, the 3-star, when there's a 4-star? Oh, it's a shard. Of course it is. And this is why people hate shard-based hero collectors. There goes Nero, looking awesome. The Bloodthirsty Tyrant, once again, just a shard. But we're about to do some higher tier summons here in a second. There goes King Arthur there as well. All right, so those are just like your basic summons. Here are some of the summons that you need to use diamonds for. So let's see if we can't step up the quality here. Joan of Arc. These are full characters, no shards here at all. So it looks like if you use diamonds in this game, no shards. Let's confirm that again. There goes another Spartacus is here. Oh, dude, his graphics look, this is the game on high. It might look better off emulator though, so I wouldn't hold that against the game too much. All right, I think I have another. I think this might be the last summon we can do. Ordinary Hero, that don't sound good at all. Do I have some? I do have some singles. Dude, I want all games to have that feature where basically if you have 13 pulls, you can do a 13 pull. Or if you have 4 pulls, you can do a 4 pull. Like, oh, dude, I don't even know if I want to do this for this video. Look how slow it go. This is one summon, ready? I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Confirm, zoom in, settle down. Nah, that's good. The game does have a little miracle, which is exactly what you think it's going to be. A place where you can auto raise your characters. Very, very nice. We'll auto them up, get some higher star rankings, and then let's go back over here to the hero. I really wanted that Cleopatra. I'm kind of sad I only got just a shard for her. Queen Akini?
For peace to return to our world.
Interesting. Dude, you look like you're straight out of Diablo. Let's see who else we got. The Nasu no Yoshi? I pronounced it so much better the first time. No real hot waifus though, unfortunately. Dude, I really wanted that Cleopatra. I guess we'll just power up Spartacus real quick. So, leveling up, just exactly what you think it is. You level up, eventually you hit a breakthrough level. Once again, stop me if you've never heard this before. When it comes to ascension, right, there is 2 different types of like ascending your character as far as terms that I use. It's your star ascensions and then like your skill ascensions. So in order to increase your star levels, you need dupes, but in order to unlock more of your skills, you need like your in-game ascension, which you get from just farming stages and getting these little scrolls here. The game does have a little instant sweep here where you can say obtain all. The game will sweep all the ones it needs to get the exact amount of scrolls you need. Hit that, hit ascend. Now I have a new ability called Tenacity, which gives me even more HP. And if I keep going, I'm gonna get Bravery, etc, etc. Once again, hit obtain all. I'm level 25, moving on up in the world. Obtain all once again. And then back over here and I can ascend one more time. So that's basically how that works. And then as far as gear is concerned, auto equip is what I've been using, but there you go. There's one other system that unlocks at 35, but once again, I'll save that for you. So there you go, my friends. A nice little look at Among Gods. As far as like my overall thoughts, it's just fine. It's just fine. It hits that bar, not above average, not below average. It's just average. And this is kind of what I expect from a company that put out, you know, a game like Awakened Chaos Era. That game is not like exactly printing money. So this is probably the budget of a game that they can afford on the side while still trying to support that game as well. So this is kind of what I expected, but that is going to do it. My name is FG3000 and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.